worked for him between 2019
See if
and
I can win a game with black.
2020. The shit in this
That's hard.
complaint is pretty
It is
inflammatory.
Disgusting.
The 70-page suit
damn near
argues
impossible.
that he made her work naked, he made her perform oral sex, he drank all day and night, made racist remarks, sexist remarks, made anti-Semitic remarks, didn't pay his bills. Here's the one that is really fucking interesting. It claims that Rudy said that him and Trump were selling pardons for $2 million a pop.
Yeah. You know what's really interesting about this story?
And I'll say one more thing.
What?
She has apparently a ton of recordings and receipts.
Yeah.
This isn't just
Yeah.
this isn't just her saying the shit. She has receipts on this shit.
The sale of the pardon side of this story, like the sexual assault, sexual harassment that was like rampant, is pretty basic, like very commonplace in Republican circles, in politics in general.
So
It's
boring.
inexcusable, it's gross. But what's actually
Boring
a little bit
player.
different, is the pardon sale scheme that Rudy Giuliani allegedly was engaged in. Now, what I find interesting about that is that this is not the first time that this has ever been mentioned. As a matter of fact, there was a CIA whistleblower under the Obama administration that was that went to jail for 2 years, and
So
he
do I go
was one of the
C5 or do I go?
people
Yeah, I
that,
was C5.
originally went to Rudy Giuliani and hired a Republican lobbyist and went to Rudy Giuliani to potentially get a pardon from Donald Trump, and this experience was actually covered in the New York Times 2 years ago. So what I find really interesting about it is that like there has already been stuff out there, and they never really investigated it any further, which I find very odd.
Stunning, because it would be so easy to tell if this happened. You could easily you could look at who was pardoned.
Yeah.
And follow the money and follow the connections of each one and find out why each one was pardoned. You could fucking easily investigate this and find out.
Well, there could also have been an attempt potentially and not necessarily follow through on it. So that's something to also keep in mind. And it's still an attempt to do this is still illegal. So this was alleged. The CIA whistleblower linked up with them, met up with them, had a conversation.
Wow. He said the 2 million number too?
Yeah.
Yep. So they somehow knew the same exact number. That is
Well, this was publicly known, so you know, you can maybe argue that she was just referencing this.
Okay. Well, she has receipts.
I mean, I believe her, so
I don't know if she has receipts on this one.
But that's the argument they will
Okay. That seems weakening.
So the only new component of this story that she's alleging is that there was a scheme to divide the fee 50-50, 1 million for Trump, 1 million for Rudy. That's actually new information, and that's the new thing that they're alleging.
Pretty generous cut for Rudy.
Yeah. Well, he's the one who's facilitating it. Well, technically, according to the CIA whistleblower, he went to lunch with Rudy.
Yeah.
And he said, "Okay, so let's talk about this pardon." And Rudy immediately got up and left the table. And then his aide that was at the table was like, "You talk to me about this stuff."
Mafioso shit.
Yeah.
Racketeering.
Which is weird. Like, you're a prosecutor. How do you fucking not know that, like, Rudy Giuliani is most notorious for fucking using RICO charges as a prosecutor in New York,
right.
the fucking mayor against the mob.
Right.
So you know that doesn't fucking absolve you, you fucking idiot.
Although well, he's not very bright, is he? You think Trump is regretting this Giuliani association yet?
No, I don't think so, because
You think they're besties
Trump has
still?
always surrounded himself with people exactly like Rudy Giuliani. Just like, not people necessarily that he has hired because they're the best at their job, but people he knows will also con at his behest.
Well, so this
see, Bishop
secretary
G4.
was apparently hired, according to her, for off-the-books sexual favors. He owes her apparently like $2 million that he never paid her. He was paying her $1 million a year salary.
Should paid her a lot more for fucking sucking him off.
Bro, I
There's
tell
no
you.
amount of money on the planet, I don't think. That anyone could be paid to suck Rudy Giuliani's disgusting cock.
It's a sexual
Among
dance.
the things that she apparently has
Let's go
reported,
Bishop 5.
potentially, allegedly, is him saying, black guys hit women more than anyone else. So do Hispanic guys. It's in their culture. As he forced this woman to suck his dick.
Right. Yeah.
Dumfrey claimed that Giuliani mocked Jews over Passover. Jews just want to go through their freaking Passover all the time. Man, oh man, get over the Passover. It was like 3,000 years ago. The Red Sea parted, big deal. That's not the first. That's kind of a good bit.
I mean,
to be honest,
when because you're a New Yorker. When you're a New Yorker, you got. I feel like that's the type of thing like a Jewish comedian would say.
I agree. It's
you know
a
what
good
I mean?
bit.
And it's same with like Donald Trump. Like he has like that sassy, you know, he has that sassy George Costanza energy sometimes. Like this, I feel like is similar to that.
Well, then he also said allegedly that Jews' penises are inferior due to natural selection. I'm not sure what that even means.
Okay, that's not very Larry David.
I don't know what the fuck that even means.
That's just weird, man. What
Natural
the fuck?
selection?
Yeah, she claims Rudy knew that the 2020 election was a fraud and intentionally lied about it.
Okay, I'll just go here maybe.
She continued to perform the work, claimed that Giuliani callously tossed her aside, never paid her, and left her traumatized by the abuse she had suffered. Fantastic. What a guy, huh? So, okay, that's Giuliani, the most vile, disgusting person probably to ever walk this earth, the penguin.
He's one of them.
And when he ejaculates, it's not semen, it's just tonsil stone.
Oh god.
Enough with the tonsils.
I just can't. I can't get the image of Rudy Giuliani's disgusting hair dye.
Dude, that's what I would think.
Leaking. Every time I think about Rudy Giuliani, I think of that.
Sweating while getting a BJ.
Here's a fun little thing from the court proceedings, like from the court documents. They actually pointed to the Sacha Baron Cohen,
Yeah.
Borat subsequent movie
Yeah.
scene where Rudy Giuliani knowingly tries to have sexual intercourse
Yes.
with a minor
Spot on. Man.
camera, not knowing that there's a camera there, obviously.
Dude,
So
just
they actually pointed to that and said, "This is exactly what he did to me."
100%, man.
Yeah.
And
That's
he
his
touches
move.
his dick.
No, he was adjusting his pants.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah. That's what he was doing. That's how you adjust your pants.
Yeah, I was taking my dick out.
I never understood that because even if that was true,
Here.
he still went to a hotel room with the minor, right? Like that part is in dispute.
Just to talk shop, though.
Well, they were doing an interview.
See?
Yeah, it's so funny. Well, they were going to do
Was
an
she
interview. The
underage?
interview
I don't
ended.
remember. In the movie, she was meant to be underage.
I think
Yeah.
in the movie she was. In real life,
No,
the actress wasn't underage.
Was she? I didn't know that.
I think she was supposed to be 15.
Yeah, no,
She's
she
24
says,
in real
she
life.
She's
says,
supposed to be 15?
yeah, she says
Holy fuck.
multiple times that she's underage.
Yeah.
And Rudy
Look at this
Giuliani
guy.
is aware of it in the scene. What's insane to me is that,
He is the biggest idiot in the world, man.
like, this is literally EDP shit. You know what I mean? This is like
Yeah.
Chris Hansen. Like, whenever like a pedophile gets caught, right, on camera, and Chris Hansen comes over, like, why don't you take a seat? Like, they're always like, oh, I was just here adjusting my pants. How does that work for Rudy when it doesn't work for like every other fucking pedophile schmo that has tried to do the same thing?
I was just getting a cupcake.
What was on the agenda tonight?
Classic.
Awesome.
Such a classic fucking bit to be like, oh, I was just here for cupcakes, actually.
It's just the saddest looking situation. I mean, what the fuck, bro? Oh, that would be the saddest fucking blowjob that ever took place on this earth. His flaccid penis, like,
Oh,
you know he
God.
can't get it up.
Oh no, you know he's got
And
the
it's
Viagra. You know,
Dude, Viagra's can't help
Actually,
him.
that's alleged in
His dick
the
stinks?
no that he's like a serial. He's popping
Oh.
Viagra like all day, every day.
Yeah,
It's in the
that's
law.
right. And he would talk about how like, oh, gotta do something about my boner. Like he said shit like that.
It sounds gross.
So he's
Really is
always,
the penguin.
so he takes Viagra like a daily
He was
supplement.
popping them like candy, like fucking breast
Good
milk.
for my heart, Ethan.
I'm sure.
Come on.
All right, let's move. So we might actually have time to hit everything. Now let's do Elon's. Oh my God. Okay, this is important.
What, Elon Klansman mug?
No, this.
What do you think of this?
I don't know. I
Ah!
don't know what it means, but it means something.
This is, okay, these are horrors beyond human imagination. I never thought.
Take it in, brother.
Wow.
Feel it.
Horrific. The conservative movement is popping, man. These are some of your heroes, guys. Good job. You're fucking doing it.
So, okay, Elon's in his Nazi. So Elon Musk has pretty much gone full mask off this week. It's been pretty heavy duty. Very, and to be honest, quite disturbing that the richest, one of the most powerful people in the world is just actually like a white supremacist.
Well, a lot of them are. So, you know, I guess it's
I prefer
the
to
main
think
difference is that he's not like an old guy racist. He's like a internet groiper racist. You know what I mean?
Well,
which is way more annoying.
that's worse.
Yeah.
Because old people are just like dumb and ignorant racists.
Yeah.
Groypers are like, we hate Jews because
Yeah.
we're just like Nazis.
Yeah. Oh, and obviously there's like a couple steps in between those, and it is significant where you stand ideologically, because like it also means like, you know, it's a path for rehabilitation. And I feel like when you get to the Elon Musk point, it's just like, I don't think, I mean, he's so narcissistic, surrounded himself with yes men and sycophants, and a legion of like sycophant stands that are some of the dumbest people on the planet, that are also like financially invested in his success as well, because they have like Tesla stock and shit. So, or at least they think that they're financially invested in his success. So it's impossible to turn him around on this stuff.
Well,
He is also so horny. Like the redheaded, he wants to fuck this lady so bad, dude.
the redheaded libertarian.
He is her reply guy. He is her most
Oh my god, I have to
loyal.
tell you something. I'm not gonna say who told me this, but somebody I know told me that actually I know she showed me the receipts. He was
Trying
hitting
to
her
fuck?
up in the DM.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, you gotta tell me off.
dude, it was fucking juicy gossip. I promise not to say anything, but like holy fuck, it was very embarrassing.
Yeah, no, he is, but he's like openly posted about how he hasn't like fucked in years or whatever, or not fucked in years, but he was like, oh god, I haven't had sex in so long. Like he posted that shit when he was like 47.
That's not probably true, is it?
I mean, I don't know, but like it's a wild thing to post. You're not like a fucking teenager with no following online. You know what I mean? Like that's weird that you're horny posting like that.
All right, so what happened? Let's do the timeline. So it first started here. During the,
First
Allen-
started during Allen, Texas.
Yeah.
And the
I didn't know that was a thing.
A white supremacist, a Hispanic white supremacist.
Oh,
Small,
yeah, I guess I briefly remember that, but I just ignore it.
and
I ignore weird shit like a lot,
conservative movement, instead of doing the usual
because it's just like, I don't know, people just do weird shit all the time.
or the whole, like,
Just seems
distancing
normal.
ourselves away from this white supremacist shooter song and dance that they do. They
But
decided to rush to
Elon was
something
like
that
posting
I
like
haven't
horny
really
posts.
seen
He's like,
in
oh, I haven't had
like
sex in
before.
like
I've
so
seen
long.
school shootings,
He's like a 47-year-old
and,
man.
like, an out and about mass shooting of a white supremacist.
because it was.
He has like a
so
breeding fetish too, you know, he gets kinky as fuck in there.
Like this guy,
Yeah.
he's watching Tim Pool. He's watching all these people. It's in his. The man has swastikas tattooed on his body.
Yeah.
And so they go, this is such a slam dunk. It's so obvious we can't escape it. Therefore, it's a psyop. So the redheaded librarian, whatever the fuck that is. This sounds like a psyop. An employee of state-funded media told us a Jewish lady and a Korean guy radicalized a Mexican neo-Nazi gang member.
Korean guy, Tim Pool, by the way. He's
Are you
half Korean.
serious?
Yeah, Tim Pool's half Korean.
He's the Korean guy?
It shocked me for a second, and the Jewish lady is lives at TikTok.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, lives
Like
at
they're
TikTok is an
diverse-
Orthodox Jew. I don't know if you knew that.
He's Orthodox?
Oh, you didn't know this?
Ah,
She's
that
what is it,
explains why
Chabad?
he's such a vile prick.
Is that the term? Is it Chabad?
Chabad.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah. No, she is
Fucking
a
piece of shit.
yeah. She's a.
Gross ass.
You didn't know that?
I only fuck with reform Jews. I'm not down with all that.
Wow, it's
crazy
fucked
ass.
up.
Yeah, it is. I'm straight up
Fucked up, man.
anti-Semitic when it comes to anyone who's not.
Oh God, don't say that. Don't say that. They're gonna use that against you. What the fuck?
Like I'm
You're not a real
Ben
Jew.
Shapiro-
I'm
not supporting
Ben Shapiro
it,
can
but-
literally say like bad Jews exist, bad Jews, bad Jews, bad Jews.
I
all day, every day.
always say I'm
you
a bad
fucking
Jew.
say that. You say that one
I'm a
time,
bad.
they're gonna use that against
Listen,
you.
I'm a bad Jew. I don't want to be. Everybody says stop telling me Jew. Everybody hates. You know how much anti-Semitic comments I get? I says, dude, I don't care. I'm not. I don't want to have. I don't claim this shit. Just fucking leave me alone.
You're
You know?
self-hating.
I'm not self-hating at all.
Well, maybe a little bit, but not because of the Jewish.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Well, that's what Ben would say about you anyway. So
So anyway, oh,
radicalize a
that's
Mexican
amazing.
neo-Nazi.
This Tim Pool's Korean guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Hit me
First of all,
with the
nobody knows Libs of
F4.
TikTok, including yourself, did not know that Libs of TikTok is a Jewish lady.
Well, E4 is hanging, so that's kind of cool.
No.
I know that because I'm a fucking freak.
I like
but,
that.
You didn't even know that, and you follow Libs of TikTok. You're a big fan.
Yeah, we have a lot in common.
Yeah. Radicalized a Mexican neo-Nazi gang member. Okay. According to a
I guess he's gonna
diary
take
that
and play
appeared on
like
a Russian social media site, which wasn't even recent. He's been documenting it as a diary on this
yeah, but
Russian
B3
website
hangs too.
to avoid scrutiny, most likely, to like have to have something like a manifesto, basically untouched.
Also, y'all simp for
Gee,
Russians and,
B3
like, their
hangs.
culture, the way that like gay people don't exist in Russia.
Yeah,
Well,
the Russian social media site also is like very popular. It's ridiculous that they're saying it's obscure. It's obscure to you, but it's not an obscure website. Anyway, they happen to have receipts of the gun used and the pictures of Nazis pulled off Reddit and the internet, even though he doesn't speak Russian.
wait, where are you reading that?
They're right there.
Oh, here. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Keep going.
So he posted everything on there, how he was going to do it, why he was going to do it, how he got radicalized day by day.
Queen
Visited the
B6.
site. He visited
It's gonna
them
be
all
gnarly.
before the shooting, took photos, and you don't need to speak Russian to post on that website. And yes, he would routinely post like mood board shit, like a Pinterest of, eclectic, esoteric, Hispanic Nazis, as a matter of fact, which do exist. There are plenty of Nazis in Latin American countries. If you didn't know that, well, welcome to the real world. They do exist. He was posting photos of them and saying, "These are my people. These are my people." He did this over a course of like a very long time too. It's not like you can fake that shit. You know what I mean? Unless they were like, I guess, setting up a fucking psyop and posting this dude's like private information that they somehow had access to, including photos from his phone that they posted like months in advance on this Russian website.
He has
Okay.
swastikas on, tattooed all over his fucking body.
They also like they also got him a swastika tattoo. They tattooed him with a swastika, I guess, to do the psyop. And then he went and he shot people at this mall.
So this take is obviously insanely stupid, but hold on, it gets signal boosted by Elon Musk, the owner of the website. Didn't the story come from Belling Cat,
Yeah, belly cat.
which literally
Oh, he
specializes
resigns. Let's
in
go.
psychological
He respects me.
I don't want to hurt their feelings, but this is either the weirdest story ever or a very bad psyop.
Yeah, he could have played
Weird of a story.
A neo-Nazi
something
shot?
like this though.
Archetypal,
Seems
really.
pretty straightforward.
Yeah, it's pretty
actually.
hard for
I
the
feel like
person.
okay, well this
Yeah.
works
So why
too.
is he? This is psychotic to be
Why can't I just do?
signal boosting
Oh yeah, Queen D4.
that this mass shooter who is this man, he's like, I'm a white supremacist. Please, everybody, I want you to know I'm a Nazi. And they're like, mm-mm.
Okay.
He's like,
I
please, I'm
to
doing
mention
this for
something.
you guys. They're like, uh-uh.
I need to mention something here. First and foremost, I'm going to defend Elon Musk. I'm going to do it. For two reasons. Number one, Your Honor, he was really horny.
You think he just
Okay.
wanted to fuck?
He had him, that redheaded libertarian got him acting strange, okay, on the timeline. He is such a fucking pathetic little sweaty reply guy. Like, he replies to everything that she posts.
He
first
does.
of all.
I'm not familiar with her.
I don't know anything about her either, but every time he fucking replies to her, it's like all over
Damn,
your,
this is
your
plus
For You
4.
page.
The red
Oh.
Website is just for
I see.
Elon Musk. So that's number one. Number one, Your Honor, he's very horny. Okay? Number two, not wrong, Bellingcat is a CIA-backed operation. That is true. That does not mean that everything that Bellingcat does is at the behest of the CIA or a psychological operation. Bellingcat also does have some, great reporters, great journalists. They are an open source intelligence investigative team.
They
For the
did
most
the
part.
sole reporting on this, though?
What?
They did the sole reporting on this?
No,
Yeah.
it's not them. Also,
They were just the ones that dug up that social media.
Yeah,
Okay,
no, the New York
okay.
Times is the one who originally broke it.
Oh.
Which, by the way, again, you could make the same argument about the New York Times. They work hand in hand with the State Department and intelligence communities. Let's be fucking real. But the New York Times originally said that this dude had like they found his account. But guess what? Like the cops also said as soon as they saw this dude that maybe there was possibly a hate crime motive here. And cops are notorious for never jumping the gun in that regard.
Right.
Partially because like they are also racist themselves as an institution and individually. So when you have cops go, yeah, this might be a hate crime. That's how you know. That's how you know that it very likely is a fucking hate crime.
Ian Miles Chung, who, if you know him, you know what he's about. The alleged shooter's alleged profile claims he was inspired by libs of TikTok. Between this and Tim Pool references, this
Oh,
thing
shit.
is suspect. Where is his Twitter account? Why was he using Russian social media
That's
to
unfortunate.
write and essentially follow 0 followers? Redhead librarian
It's unfortunate.
says it's a psyop and it's not even good. And then Elon, of course, like you said, I do think he's horny posting. You're right. Then he goes, it gets weirder by